Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert, and today it is a Transformers Earth Wars video I want to talk about because this happened to be a perfect time with Black Friday, and that is spending as a new player. This is if you're willing to spend, whether or not you're willing to become a whale. Maybe you just want to set a certain budget. Maybe you only want to spend 20 bucks on a new game, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks, even up to 100 bucks. You know, something like you would pay for a console game, and you just dedicate it to a new game. That's kind of how I look at it. And then if I really like the game, I will keep spending on it in the future. But it's also important to think about, if I'm going to spend, the best time to do it is when you are brand new. You will get the most value out of it because you will accelerate your account the most and catch up the most because you're getting things you don't have, which is pretty much everything. So coming up on this Black Friday, let's just take a look over at the web page. Now, unlike a certain other company, they actually let you know what's coming up for these deals. And this is going to be the Black Friday one. Now, they're also talking about the latest updates of how crystals are going to have 4 times the value in these things, making this even better deals for new players, such as me. I will be looking to spend a few bucks on this one because I will accelerate my account tremendously using this. So they're going to be these bundles are only going to be up for 2 hours each day. They're also talking about the changes to crystals. They've actually increased the drop rate, so you have better chances of getting a 3 or even a 4-star drop. It has actually gone up quite a bit. As you see, it went from 0.8% to a 2% chance. That might not seem like a whole lot. Overall, it's not. But when you're talking about more than double the chance, that's quite big. It gained another 10% to get a 3-star drop, which if you're a new player is actually more important. Because, I mean, yes, older players are going to have 5 and 4s. They're not going to give a crap about the 3s. But when you're a new player, those 3s are, I can tell you right now, are very valuable because they are just more powerful than the 2s, which is what you're mostly going to have. You need to build up your roster slowly, so that the fact that you're going to have better chances at this is just going to help you accelerate and catch up a little bit quicker. Plus, with those 3 dupes, you get 3-star crystals. You get, a guaranteed 3. You get dupes you get up to the 4s. You'll eventually catch up. Well, they also have the new rank up system where you're going to need character shards anyway in order to rank them up and get essentially like a flat base bonus on them. That's a new system coming in. That's more for older players, not so much for the newer players. And then we get into the important stuff, the Black Friday bundles. Combat bots, they're kind of like... they're like mod bots that add on to your bots. That's the best way to put it. Quite honestly, as a newer player, I don't use them as much as I probably should. As an older player, I will definitely need them. If you're looking to get a jump start on these are pretty good looking deals. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have the other bots to put them on, they're not going to really matter. So that's when we get into the bundles. Now, the bad thing is these times are in Pacific time, and they're going to only be up for 2 hours. And the other thing I don't like about this is there's really no incentive for you to be buying at higher tiers, other than I just want to spend a certain amount. Now, there are these single here where you're looking for specific characters like Flatline. Minerva is a great healer in this game, probably the best one in the game. Dinobots, but the real thing is, if you're a newer player, you're probably going to be looking for these combiners. And the reason why you want to look for these combiners is that you're going to need the combiners, and you need to get all of them at least at 3-star, depending on how many you need. Now, which one should you go for? Well, this is going to be very account dependent, as we'll take a quick look back into my account. So the reason why I say this is very account dependent, I bought that joiner pack, and I've gotten some. You get some pulls, and you get various things. But if you go into the menu, into the collections here, you can actually see the different combiners and how far I've gone. Now, if we actually go into the combiners now, it defaults to 4-star, but we're going to be a little bit more realistic for a newer player, and we'll look at the 3 stars, which is what you need to get a combiner. Yes, a 4-star would be nicer, but like as you can see, If I was looking at COMBATICONS, it would be pretty hard for me to get the COMBATICONs. I'd have to get all 5 of these at 3 stars out of one of those packs. You can also see how you're doing on the 4-star if you want to think, maybe I have a 4-star. Well, let's face it, the odds are we're not going to get 5 4-stars. You know, we have a better chance of getting 5 3-stars, even that's not too great. So that is the COMBATICONs. Let's look at PREDACONS or the PREDACONs. None there, but when I look at my 3 stars, I actually have one of them. So this means I would only need to get the other 4. I'd have better odds at this because I only need to get 4 out of 5. Moving on. Constructicons. Now, if you bought the joiner pack, there's not too much reason to buy this one at all, unless you're really trying to go for that 4-star. If you got a bunch of 4 stars by some miracle, I only have one of them. But when you buy the joiner pack, you get all 6 of these. These are actually one of the hardest ones to get because there are 6 of them, but you get them all at 3 stars. Really no reason to be looking at a Devastator pack unless you're into the game and you have a bunch of 4 stars. You need like 1 or something to go. I'm looking at the Terracons. You can see I don't have any at 3, at 2. I don't have any at 3. Again, this would be a harder one for me to try to go for. Destrons. Here again, I already have one. I got Leozak out of a premium crystal. Again, this would put me down to just needing the other 4. So this would be a pack I might look at if I'm interested in that. But let's just keep going. Beast War. Here I have 2, actually. I already have Black Arachnia and Megatron in the Beast War one. So this one would be one I would be very interested in looking at the Beast War Predacon pack. If I can get that. Let me check see if that one is on there. So we look at these different packs. I'm not sure that one's on here. We have Menasor. There's the Devastator pack. There's Bruticus. Lobotomus. Lion Kaiser. That was the previous one I talked about. I had Leozak already. Use Bruticus again. I wonder if this one's even on here. It sucks if it's not on here, because I would be looking at this. Tribirthicus we'll be talking about. Galvatronus. So no, that one's not on there, so I'm not going to be going after that Beast War ones, because he's not an option. So I just took a look at that, so no. Unfortunately, they're not going to be in there. Stunticons definitely are. Now, Stunticons is actually an interesting one for me because I don't have the 3-star at all, but I do have a 5-star, a 4-star. But again, this is another 6-bot collection. Very difficult. Wouldn't recommend that unless you've already gotten really lucky and just need, you know, a few of them. Now, there is a couple more that are not listed in this collection that I actually had to go and look over. And that is Galvatronus and, let me look at this name again. Let's show you the webpage. Tribipticus. He only requires 3, so this is actually kind of interesting that you only need Sea Lamp, Centicorn, Ramhorn. That would get you another combiner. I know where we can see all the combiners. Hang on, let me switch back. Sorry about this. But if you actually go in the combiner lab, you can actually see all the combiners. And this will actually give you an idea of what you're looking at. You can see I'm missing all of them for Abominus. This is Tribip. Now, he is going to have a deal out there, and he only needs 3. So this one might be something we really want to look at, because only needing 3 gives you pretty good odds, since you're, depending on how much you're willing to spend. At the base packs are 40 crystals for $10, 80 crystals for $20. As you can see, it doesn't really make a difference if you spend more. $40 for roughly 160 crystals, and the big one that scores $100 for 400 crystals. There's really no incentive to be buying the bigger ones, but you can spend as much as you want. That is an awful lot of pulls, and you only need 3 bots, and you could get this combiner already. Whether or not he's very good, it doesn't matter. If you just need a combiner, you need a combiner. As you can see here is PREDACONS. I only have the 1. PREDACONS, I have absolutely nothing out of the 5 I need. Menasor, of course, I do have 1 out of 5. That's something else. There's Leozak or Leo Kaiser. And here's the other one I'm thinking about is Galvatronus. I already have 2 out of the 5 I need to unlock him. So this one's becoming much more interesting to me. Plus, Mind Wipe is a very good bot I would like to have. So when I'm looking at this, I have to compare that to things like that. I already have Acid Storm, Astro Train out of the way. This might be the pack I look to go for. And of course, here I already have them. He's actually an upgrading. That pretty much does them all. So when you're looking over these packs, they are every 2 hours. Look for the pack that you're looking to get, and you're going to have to figure out, based off of your time zone, these are in Pacific Standard Time, you know, who you want to get. So if I wanted to wait for the Galvatronus, that is one of the last packs, which will be at 7 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. I think these packs, there's a whole spreadsheet here that will help you out if you want to know when they're actually going to go live. So we're looking for, like if I was looking for the Combiner pack or Skytrain Galvatronus, there's Victorian, Devastator. So Monday it would be in there 8 a.m. Pacific. That's 11 a.m. Pacific my time. Is that the only time he's going to be up? Yeah, so if I was looking to spend money on that, I'd be looking at Monday. I think you might want to refer to this this spreadsheet here that they do have inside the website. It is kind of nice that they're letting you know exactly what's going to be in the packs, when they're going to be online. Unfortunately, they only last for 2 hours, so you're going to have to make sure you're on if you really want to buy something and you're willing to spend the money. I get that. Like I said, as a newer player, this is the time to spend money. These are very, very good deals. You're getting a ton of crystals for a little bit of money, which even if you don't get the bots you're looking for, if you can just expand your roster, that's going to help you out immensely in the future and going forward. So that's all I got for today. Let me know if there's anything I missed or if there's some bots I should be going after, because I really don't know. I'm still too new. But I'm looking into these more of these bots. I think I'm going to do a series on each bot, do a video on each bot, what they're good at, what they're not, because there's really no tier list. There's really no way for me to even know which bots are good. I got to figure this all out myself, because like I said, there's not a whole lot of new player stuff out here. It's all old players. It's like, well, you got to look at the game for the entire place, and I know I have that problem in Marvel Strike Force where I can't tell you what's always good down lower levels because I haven't done it in so long, and that's what's happening here. And I hope the game still continues. I know it's an older game, but I hope it gets newer players like me. Maybe some of you are joining me. I don't know. I didn't know this game even existed until a few weeks ago. So take it for what it's worth. And until next time, everybody.